Hi everybody, it's Ms Erin. I'm a youth librarian here at the Auburn Hills Public Library. Because March is National Reading Month, some of our librarians here wanted to share their favorite stories with you. The story that I've chosen to share is Ways to Make Sunshine by Renee Watson. I read this story in 2020 and it quickly became one of my favorite books that I read last year. And the main reason why was because of the main character, who you can see right here on the cover, Ryan Hart. Ryan's dealing with things that a lot of us deal with. She's got some stage fright. She's trying to figure out who her friends are. She's trying to find what she's really good at, what kind of hobbies she should have. But she's dealing with some big challenges too. Her dad lost his job and has found a new one, but money is still tight for her family. I loved the way that Ryan approached her problems, doing like the title says, trying to find ways to make sunshine, but also realistically dealing with some things that maybe don't go quite the way she planned. So I wanted to share the first chapter of the story, Ways to Make Sunshine by Renee Watson, with you today. Chapter 1, The Girl Who Could Be King. I am a girl with a name that a lot of boys have. So when the substitute teacher takes roll and calls out, "Ryan," she looks surprised when I answer. I wish Miss Colby was here. Miss Colby doesn't even need to take roll anymore because it is the first day of March and she's been teaching us for 6 months, so she can tell who is here and who is not just by looking across the room. Miss Colby always starts the day off with our thumbs up, thumbs down, somewhere in the middle, check-in. This substitute teacher doesn't do any of that, and so I don't get to show my thumbs up for making perfect scrambled eggs and toast this morning. I wonder why Miss Colby didn't leave a note for the sub with a list of do's and don'ts. Like, don't call Devonte, call him D. And don't look so shocked when a girl raises her hand when you call out for Ryan. "Here," I say. "Ryan Hart?" the substitute says. She looks at me like she is not sure I am who I say I am. "Yes, my name is Ryan." "Oh," she says, pushing up her 2 big glasses. Brandon, the boy sitting next to me, says, "She is a boy's name." I roll my eyes at him because no one is talking to him and he needs to mind his own business. I do not have a boy's name. I have my name. My name is Ryan and Ryan means king. And that means I am a leader. "Okay, please settle down, the substitute teacher says, mostly to me and not to Brandon, who thinks he knows it all. "Okay, Ryan Hart is here," she says to herself. Then Brandon whispers, and she spells her last name wrong. He laughs at his corny joke. I do not. My name is Ryan Hart, and it's not Hart like the muscle. It's H-A-R-T, as in my last name. The substitute teacher walks over to my desk and says, "I need you to keep your voice down." I need Brandon to leave me alone. I roll my eyes at Brandon again, extra roll this time. But then I remember what Mom always tells me, how she named me Ryan because she wanted me to feel powerful, to remember that I'm a leader every time someone calls my name. Dad is always telling me our people came from royalty, that my ancestors lived in Africa and were kings and queens and inventors and hard workers. Mom tells me their strength is running through my veins. I sit up straight, ignore Brandon, and try to be the leader I am supposed to be. Mom and Dad tell me I will keep growing into my name. They say it to my brother, too. "Be who we named you to be," they tell him whenever he is pulling my ponytail or grabbing food off my plate when I'm not looking. My brother's name is Raymond. We call him Ray. His name means protector, and Dad says he should be keeping me, his little sister, safe. But mostly he's just bossy and nosy, and sometimes he treats me like I am a glass thing that could break. He's always telling me, "You can't do this," and "You shouldn't be so that." Maybe because I'm 2 years younger than him. Maybe because I'm a girl. Maybe because he doesn't know the meaning of my name, how tough I really am. Maybe he doesn't realize I can do and be anything. When it's time to go for recess, Brandon, Marcus, and the boy with glasses who I never talked to are splashing around in the puddle and stomping in the mud. Then they race each other up the monkey bars. I walk over to join in on the climbing, but before I can get there, the substitute teacher says to me, "Why don't you go over there, sweetheart?" and points to the swings and slide. I'd rather stay here, pretending to climb a mountain, so I say, "No thank you," and keep walking to the monkey bars. The substitute teacher follows me, and that's when I realized that it wasn't a suggestion or question. It was a demand. I really think it'll be safer for you on the monkey bars. Besides, you and Brandon need a break from each other. I'll stay out of Brandon's way, I say, and I don't think it's dangerous. I play on them all the time. I bet I can climb even faster than those boys. Just then, Brandon shouts out, "You can't beat me," and he jumps down, showing off. "I bet you a pack of green apple Jolly Ranchers you can't beat me. Let's race." Race? Yeah, last one to that pole has to buy the winner candy. He points to the tetherball pole across the playground. I think about it. There's a small crowd forming, and now I feel like I have to say yes. Like I have to prove to the substitute teacher that I can play whatever I want, with whoever I want. I don't like Jolly Ranchers, I tell Brandon. When I win, you have to buy me a Twix. I look over at Kiki, one of my best friends. She smiles and gives us our countdown. On your mark, get set, go! I hear all our friends cheering, but mostly I hear the sound of my breath huffing and puffing, in and out, in and out. My feet slap the pavement and I run as fast as I can. Brandon is beating me, but not by much. I move my arms through the air, forcing myself to go faster. I catch up and then, just like I knew I could, I start running faster than Brandon. By a lot. I'm winning. The pole is close, and if I stretch my arm out far enough, I'll reach it. I run a few more steps, and then, when I go to put my right foot down, something happens. My right foot doesn't touch the pavement the way a running foot usually touches the pavement. Instead, it stumbles and hiccups its way to the cold ground. I have fallen. Blood is trickling out of my knee, and there's a stinging and pounding feeling all through my leg. Instead of stopping the race and seeing if I'm okay, Brandon runs right past me, tags the pole, and says, "Yes, I beat you. You owe me a pack of Jolly Ranchers." "No fair," Kiki yells. She was at the pole first. It's not her fault her shoe was untied. I didn't even realize that's what happened. My shoe was untied. I tripped over my shoelace. "Don't be a sore loser," Brandon says. "He's right," I tell Kiki. I never touched the pole. Dad picks us up from school, and the first thing he asks me is, "What happened to your jeans?" He looks at the hole, then back at me. "It's a long story," I tell him. He doesn't press me, but I'm sure Mom will. On the way home, I ask if we can stop at the corner store. When Dad says yes, I ask Ray, "Do you have $2? He answers, "Why?" And this means he has $2. He's just not sure if he wants to give them to me. I hold my hand out. "I'll pay you back." He gives me $2, and when we get to the corner store, I go straight to the candy aisle and buy a pack of green apple Jolly Ranchers for Brandon and a Twix for me.